Hello and welcome to Squib TV. I'm Samuel Layton, joined by James Cartwright, and today we're talking about
the Washington Redskins.
So James, straight away we're going to dive straight in on the Washington Redskins. What happened to their defence last season? Did they even have one?
They were burnt and they finished 28th in the rankings of defence, and they've completely revamped it by putting in a load of new players from the draft and free agency.
And the thing we've got to say about the Redskins is we're talking about a team that was a top 5 offence team.
It was.
I mean, with their defence being 28th, that was a recipe for disaster. No matter how many touchdowns they scored, they'd concede just as many. And we saw that in Week 16 when the Giants pipped them to the playoffs. Who have they brought in, James? Anyone that stands out for you, or is it just a bunch of rookies that we're not quite sure about yet?
Mostly rookies that we're not really sure of. To be honest, names don't really come to mind. I was actually looking at them, admittedly, and I just know they've bolstered the line. They've got a guy called Allen who was the main pick, so he should be the one to look out for. But yeah,
I think the main thing to say about the Skins is they pick defence. They pretty much continuously pick defence, and now they hopefully have some kind of defence. Hopefully they won't finish 28th, and if they can match it with that offence, they'll be a team to look forward to watching. However, Skins fans, I'm really sorry to tell you this, James, who have they lost?
They've lost Pierre Garçon and Deshaun Jackson, which I think is absolutely disastrous on their point, because they were the two main targets for Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I mean, one plus side, Kirk Cousins does sign on.
He does.
So that you're going to keep hold of him. You have also picked up Terrell Pryor, who was probably a shining light for another shoddy season for the Browns. Do you know much about Terrell, James?
I just think he was one of the shining lights in Cleveland, wasn't he? A very poor Cleveland side. He's never really had a good QB throwing to him, so hopefully he'll thrive in Washington. Yeah,
I mean, Terrell Pryor himself was a QB coming out of college, leaving Ohio State a few years ago. Now he's in Washington as a wide receiver. Very good season last year. Certainly someone that, as a Redskins fan, I'd be excited to watch. Hopefully he performs as well as he can. You've got Kirk Cousins throwing to him. Running back situation ended up being Robert Kelly at the end of last season.
It did.
They don't really have a standout running back either, do they?
Robert Kelly was a reasonable runner for the back end of the season, wasn't he? I think.
Yeah, he was a reasonable one, but I think.
Remember having a shining game against the Packers on Sunday Night Football, which was probably their best game of the season.
Yeah, so you think that he'd be good going forward?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, keep him as your number one back. So yeah, anything else you want to add on the Redskins, James? Because to be honest, you need to pick up that defence, Redskins fans. I know you haven't got anything to really do with that, but someone get on the phone and tell you guys to pick up defence. You need it, and stop letting your receivers go.
Yeah, well, I'm going to say that all the good progress that was made over the last few years potentially may go away. I mean, who knows? Kirk Cousins might surprise us, and these wide receivers that have come in may surprise us. But for me, looking at it on the face of it, looking at it on paper, the Redskins, I would say, finishing 3rd or 4th in this division.
Yeah, I think you never know what's going to happen in that NFC East. It's an up and down division, and the Skins did well last season. Let's hope if they're in there Week 16 this season, they can come out with a W and make themselves get themselves into the playoffs. So Redskins fans, if you think that you have made some awesome moves in the off season, and you think that your team's much improved from last season, please feel free to comment. Follow us on Twitter at @squib_TV, and do not forget to subscribe. Please enjoy the videos.
It's a touchdown.